Okay, now the hormonal regulation in controlling BP or regulating BP, it is a long-term regulation, and there are three important hormones taking place in the regulation of BP. One is the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone axis or mechanism, where renin, angiotensin and aldosterone is playing a role in the regulation of BP. Second is vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone, ADH. Third is the adrenaline or epinephrine. And fourth one, it is not an hormone, it is the atrial natriuretic peptide. Okay, now let's talk on the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone axis or the mechanism. Okay, this is a very important mechanism in the regulation of BP, and it is a long-term regulation. Suppose the BP falls. When it falls, it stimulates the kidney, and the juxtaglomerular apparatus that is in the kidney will secrete a hormone called as renin. And this renin acts as an enzyme, and it acts on the plasma proteins, that is the angiotensin substrate, and it converts this angiotensin into angiotensin 1, and this angiotensin 1 is converted into angiotensin 2. Now once the angiotensin 2 is developed, this is the one that is causing, it has a role on the blood vessel wall as well as on the adrenal cortex, the angiotensin 2. Now angiotensin 1 converts this into angiotensin 2 by a converting enzyme called as angiotensin converting enzyme, and it converts angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2. Now once angiotensin 2 is formed, it causes vasoconstriction on the walls of the blood vessels and increases the total peripheral resistance, and thereby increasing the BP. Now the next action of angiotensin 2 is it also stimulates the adrenal cortex. The adrenal cortex increases the secretion of aldosterone, and this aldosterone acts on the kidney. It increases the reabsorption of salt and water within the kidney, and this will increase the blood volume, thereby increasing the blood pressure. So both are from acting on the kidney. One is directly when the BP falls, that BP fall is directly stimulating the kidney, thereby secreting renin and causing the angiotensin 1 to get converted to angiotensin 2, while this angiotensin 2, once it is formed, it stimulates the adrenal cortex and then again stimulates the kidney by a hormone called as aldosterone, and thereby kidney's function of reabsorption of sodium and water increases, the blood volume increases, and thereby increases the blood pressure. This is the first regulation, long-term regulation of blood pressure. Now the second regulation is vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone secretion, which is causing regulation. Now here also, when the BP falls, it stimulates the hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus in turn stimulates the posterior pituitary, and the posterior pituitary secretes a hormone called as vasopressin. Now once this vasopressin is secreted, or the antidiuretic hormone is secreted, it acts on the walls of the blood vessel, causes vasoconstriction, TPR increases, and increases the blood pressure to normal. In addition to this, it also acts directly on the kidney, just as in the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone mechanism. It stimulates directly on the kidney and increases the reabsorption of water, thereby increasing the blood volume and thereby increasing the BP to normal. So these are the two hormone regulations. The third is the adrenaline or epinephrine secretion. When your BP falls, it stimulates the hypothalamus. Again, hypothalamus in turn stimulates the sympathetic nervous system. This will in turn stimulate your adrenal cortex. Secretion of your adrenaline is increased due to the stimulation of your adrenal medulla, not adrenal cortex, your adrenal medulla. Adrenaline acts on the walls of the blood vessel, causes vasoconstriction, your TPR increases and thereby increases the blood volume. So these are the three hormonal regulations. Now the atrial natriuretic peptide. This hormone is secreted by atrial myocytes in the response to stretching of your atria. When the venous return increases, your atria is filling increasingly. It causes a stretch of your atrial muscles, and in response to that, this hormone is secreted by your atrial myocytes, your atrial muscles, and this will produce lead to the secretion of your atrial natriuretic peptide, and this ANP acts on the kidney, which will decrease the water as well as sodium reabsorption, and this has an incidence of increasing water loss through urine, decreasing your blood volume, and in turn decreasing your BP. So this is the only regulation, hormonal regulation, that decreases your BP when your venous return increases due to the increase of blood volume. This causes vasodilation, decreases your TPR, and thereby decreases your BP. The rest of all the regulations was when your BP increases. So these are all the long-term hormonal regulations.